Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami Ntando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyasibuke ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi. Bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama show. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhulume ngama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it's your first time joining me today and you think you like the content on this channel, there is a subscribe button la ngezansi and a notification bell. Please don't forget to press it. If you've been here for a long time and you want to join the membership, there is a join button la ngezansi. Kanti ke futhi there are ways to support this channel financially. There is a like button, there is a thanks button below, and also there are adverts on this video. Please watch them so that you can support the channel. Thank you so much to everybody that has been watching my adverts Agule channel. So you guys listen, I want to talk about a video that Sane Bhengu, the cast member of Real Housewives of Durban, posted yesterday. You guys, when I saw the video and I saw that she is planning to review Real Housewives of Durban while the show is still in season, I thought she's gonna get into trouble. She's gonna get into trouble because she's not gonna be able really to control how much she tells us, you know. And on that video, guys, she told us a lot that I don't think that she was supposed to tell us. I don't think that she was supposed to tell us how much we're going to see her on the show, because she is that surprise for the producers. And so she has destroyed that element of surprise, because she has told us how long she's going to be on the show, and she has given us an indication of how things are going to go in terms of the relationships and the friendships on the show between the cast members. So I really felt like when I watched the video, I was like, I doubt this video is going to be there for a long time. And guess what happened, you guys? Not even like 2 hours later, the video was gone. And I do think that she did get into trouble. Maybe she didn't say, but I think she might have gotten into trouble about, making that video, because they do want to keep, some things a secret when it comes to the shows. They do want to keep some things as a surprise to us, the viewers. So if you get a cast member that is going to be reviewing the show, it does. She gives up some things that she's not supposed to give up, on the show. And I don't even know if she had told them that she was going to be doing the reviews, you guys. It's not a new thing though for a cast member to actually do the review of the show they are on. There is, for an example, Married to Medicine. Dr. Heavenly does AMA reviews, and she would do the reviews of Married to Medicine for the season that is current, that she's on. The episode would play and she will do the review. I guess maybe there is some agreement between her and the producers as to how much she can reveal on the show and all of that, but she does talk about the show, and she's not the only one. But in South Africa, I hadn't seen it, so when I saw it, I thought it's a great idea, because as the viewers, we get to know the behind the scenes and all of that of the show. But I felt like she might get into trouble because she was revealing a lot. So I'm not surprised that the video is gone. I do not know if she's going to edit it and post it back on her channel. You guys, it's nice to hear from the cast member. I don't want to lie, but I felt like she was revealing too much. Okay, so we're going to go through a little bit of what she talked about on that video. One of the things that she said, you guys, that is very important, is the fact that Usane is part of Real Housewives of Durban. Season 3, we're going to see her a lot. A lot of the episodes that are coming up, she's going to be there, so she's part of the cast. Okay, she wasn't a surprise for the producers. Producers knew she was coming, and she actually was approached in season 1 to do the show, season 2 to do the show. She had her own reasons on why she didn't want to do the show. I believe that she said mentally she wasn't ready for it, and she felt in season 3 that she was ready. So she was the one that actually approached the producers to get on the show. So, you guys, she was a surprise to us, but she wasn't a surprise to everybody else that was there, especially the producers and some of the cast members. Okay, number 2, you guys, she says that she was invited to that party in episode 1, Usane. She says she was invited by Usorisha. By the way, Usorisha does confirm that in episode 3, if you have watched episode 3, Sorisha does say that she invited Usane because she had met her at a certain event. Okay, Usane, the way she explains it, Yena, it's not like they met at one event with Sorisha and she invited her. She says she knows Sorisha from ama events that they attend together. So then Sorisha invited her to the event. So she says what happens is that when she got to the event, she was standing outside because, of course, she's waiting for Sorisha to come, fetch her from outside, and then introduce her to the ladies. But Sorisha was very busy that night because obviously it's her day, uyena ophithizelayo umsebenzi wakhe and all of that. So she stands outside for some time. She said even when she was outside, she actually met Usli, who was not very nice to her. And then the producers are like, "What are we gonna do?" And she said she was like, "Listen, guys, I can go in, and introduce myself or whatever. I don't have to wait for Sorisha, because of course Sorisha was busy." So she goes in, sits down. She says, of course, it is weird, and it was awkward because the ladies were already sitting, they already knew each other, and she's coming in and she's sitting down. Now she has to introduce herself. She says that even though, of course, she knew about the ladies, but she doesn't watch TV that much. So it's not like she's pretending when she's introducing herself to the ladies, because personally, of course, she doesn't know them, and she doesn't watch them that much on TV. So if she's meeting them in person, she's going to introduce herself. So that's how that scene went. Okay, so now she explains why, because when she was asked in the diary session why she went to the party and how she got to go to the party, she says, "Listen, I was passing by and I heard there's a party and I was like, pagati pagati, And I did question that, you guys, in my last review, and I was like, it's unlikely that really, honestly, you are just going somewhere, you hear about the event, pagati pagati, now you are there, now you are the main event in the event, because she became the main event with Usane. Okay, so she says ukuthi the reason she said that diary session specifically, they shot it after they had shot episode 3, okay, of the season. And she said there was something that was happening between her and the crew that she did not like. So ube twisted in a crew in that day. So when she said that, it was just her, I guess, being rebellious or something. And she said that because she was upset about something else that was happening regarding episode 3. That's the reason she answered that question the way that she answered when she was having a sit down diary session. And we have to remember, you guys, because some diary session are not happening as the episode is happening. They shoot them later in the episode. So sometimes the emotion of like what you are feeling and thinking while you are shooting the scene, now you have to remember while you are sitting there. Now the whoever is asking you question is asking you, so how were you feeling when you went to the party? Why did you go to the party? Now you have different emotions, you have different things that are going on while you are answering that question, and you might answer it differently than what you would have said if they had asked you that night how you were feeling about it. So she said, she just answered that way because she was twisted and a crew, she was upset about something, she answered that way. But she was definitely invited to the event. Usorisha bayazana naye. She still says Usorisha is her friend even to this day, which I don't know how it happens, you guys. So yes, that's how she explains it. So of course she's gonna be on the show for a long time. She says good ama friendships ayashintsha on the show. She says good Maria is her friend now. She says good Jojo is her friend. And she says good to Slee, they've got some things that abanga boninga so ngaye. So they are the friendship is going through some challenges with Usli, but it's not like the issue is serious between them. Okay, now, of course, guys, we want an explanation as to why she would go so hard on Ulondi London, okay? Even though some of us might think Ulondi London deserve a little bit of that, but she went too hard for somebody that did not know Ulondi London, okay? First, she says, there's a lot that happens in a scene that we don't get to see. And also, she says, she doesn't watch the show. She's going to try and watch the show before She does ama reviews, but she's not somebody that watches a show a lot. Okay, so I feel like in this part, this is the part where she actually made a mistake of revealing some things that she wasn't supposed to reveal yet. Things like this we usually find out about them after the season has ended, and sometimes when they do the reunion to get some explanation on why the person acted a certain way. And remember, the producers are trying to control how we think about certain cast members on the show, and they probably like the fact that we don't like Usane on the show, that people are upset about Usane on the show. So if she's going to come with every scene that she's shooting and explain herself, and we get to understand her part of, her part of the story, then it doesn't work for them. So when she was answering this question, explaining that scene, that's when I realized what actually she's gonna get into trouble, because she gets to explain that scene. She says, like, we all saw. So Risha was busy. She goes, she sits down, greets everybody. And the ladies seem to be, even though they do have that thing with Usli, or which Usli doesn't, calls her a caterer instead of a chef, and all of that. And she also says, because there are other things that were said by Usli in that moment that made it that upset, So they have that thing with Usli, which was not that serious. And then Londi London comes. She says, oh, Londi London, just like we saw, when she comes, Vele, they are getting along, everything is fine. And then when Ujojo now starts talking about Londi London's issue, asking about the updates on what's happening with her, she says, "Gusi, there are things that us as the viewers didn't see, but she doesn't say that the things that we didn't see. She talks about things that we didn't see as if she's not aware that we didn't see those things. She says, Ulondo London, number one, there's a time when she's pointing at her that she didn't like because she was trying to explain because she doesn't want to talk in front of her. And also when they were having the exchange, the verbal exchange, Ulondi London, there are things that she said, like for an example, she said she made a comment about her earrings being plastic, or usane. So she says, "Was- there is a lot that happens. It's a lot." When she is talking about that scene, you guys, it looks like we didn't even see half of the stuff that was done, half of the stuff that was said on that scene. So Londi London, in the exchange, Londi London is not innocent in the exchange. She said there is some things. She went low. Londi London went as low as Usane went. Okay, she is making an example to say the earring thing is one of the things that she said, to say she was wearing plastic earrings. So when they were going low, she went low. She does say that, listen, she feels like everything that she said that night is true when it comes to Londi London, because very everything was out there. She doesn't understand what Londi London was hiding, but she feels like maybe the delivery was not okay, But she says she told, not lie, that night everything she said was true as far as Londi London is concerned. Okay, so obviously it gives me the indication that the scene was longer than we saw, and also a lot was said. But because they want to introduce Usane as a villain on the show, a lot of the things where Londi London is speaking and she's going low, they did not show us. And I think honestly, you guys, it would have been fair for us to show us Londi London going low too. Why didn't they show us the when she's saying something about Sane's earrings? Why didn't they show us that? Now we are judging Usane based on that exchange, but it's not a fair exchange, because a lot of the things that Londi London said, they are not showing us, but they are showing us everything that Usane said. This is why I thought she was going to get into trouble, and definitely she did get into trouble. Okay, now you guys, she says, Guti, of course, afterwards looking back, maybe she shouldn't have handled that situation that way, but it's a lot. She says it's a lot that happens. She goes into something, you guys, that we don't often talk about, which is how heavy it is to do a reality show like that. She does mention here and there the attacks that she has gotten online. She sounds very strong, you guys, that she's ready for it and all. We are too, why, and all of that. People are wishing putting this and that on her. She does say with every episode, of course, sometimes after they shoot every episode, you feel like you want to go and sit with your psychologist and, have a counseling session or something, because there is a lot that happens. There is a lot that is said between the cast members, and I guess some of it we see it, some of it we don't. So shooting a show like that, she indicated that it's not an easy thing uh to shoot. Okay. Anyway, you guys, I was hoping that, even though I was feeling like these videos are going to get her into trouble, but I was hoping that they're going to find a way to maybe get into a contract with the show to say, okay, listen, you can do these reviews, but you can't talk about this, or I don't know, you guys, because I do feel like it's nice to hear from the cast members. It is nice to hear from them, but I guess that they felt like it wasn't going to work for the show, and maybe they was like, you can't post a video like that. It's as the season is playing. Maybe, I don't know, you guys, or maybe she is the one that after she posted the video and saw the response of her viewers, because her channel is not that big, and I think her video hadn't gotten that much traction yet, and it was going to get a lot had she left it there. So I'm kind of disappointed that she actually removed the video, but I feel like partly I do understand that the producers were never going to be happy about her posting something like that. Anyway, you guys, I hope that just as much as for me it explained a lot watching that video, that for you as well, you do understand certain scenes or certain things that happened in episode 1 and episode 2, and she hadn't done episode 3. I guess I was waiting that, every episode she's going to review, but maybe we're not gonna get it. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry, guys. Please like the video before upu Megiona, and tell me in the comment section what you think about this whole thing, and also share the video with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando.